time for September favorites. These are a few of the things that I have acquired in the month of September that I think are particularly awesome. So let's get to it, shall we? I did a video about this several months ago, and then my skin behaved very nice and polite, and then my skin stopped being nice and polite to me and started acting like I was 13 years old. Yay! So for the crazy, ridiculous breakouts that I've been having at the ripe old age of 50, bye blemish. This is sulfur-based as opposed to salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, and it doesn't stress out your skin as much. You dip a Q-tip into it, you don't shake it, you dip a Q-tip into it, you dot it right on. Looks like calamine lotion, so your husband's gonna laugh at you when you go to bed, but I guarantee you, when he gets a pimple, he's going to want to use this too. Bye blemish. You can get it at the drugstore. Some drugstores have it, some do not. Sometimes they have it at Ulta, and I will drop a link for it down below. But this is something that I always keep in my beauty arsenal, because when those ugly pimples pop up, this takes care of it without stressing out the rest of my skin. Apparently, my September is all about getting rid of wrinkles. I tested out a new moisture treatment and wrinkle reducing treatment. The Collagenous Time Travel in a Bottle I thought significantly reduced the appearance of lines, and the Euphoria moisture treatment has risen to the top and become my absolute favorite moisturizer because it is super duper light. So when my skin is doing its flip out and acting like I'm 13, I can moisturize it, but not make it too oily or feel like I'm exacerbating my acne, as these are designed for sensitive skin. So very pleased with these, especially the Euphoria. For anybody who has acne prone skin, I would definitely recommend the Euphoria. Once again, I will drop links down below for you. Man, where did September go? It went by so fast. It was just a whirlwind of activity. It seemed like I was go, go, go through the whole month of September, and then boom, it's October. That means my birthday's next month, and I'm gonna have to get used to saying a new age. When I turned 49, I knew that 50 was right around the corner, obviously. And so I took the sting out of it by saying I was 50 when I was 49. So it was really easy when I was actually 50. Now I've been saying I'm 50 for 2 years. So come November, I have to learn how to say 51. That's going to be weird. I told you that this was going to be on my favorites list for September, and it is. The Clinique High Impact Mascara. I have a whole bunch of mascaras, a whole bunch of them, and this is the one that I reach for every single time. I love this mascara. It just seems to be the perfect combination of full and long. So we all have different opinions on which mascara, and I think it's very personal. Everyone's lashes are different, so there's no reason why we'd all like the same one. But for me, super pleased with the Clinique High Impact Mascara. I didn't want to put my tight eye back on the favorites list, but that has become a new again favorite. You know, I had stopped using it all the time because I was low and I was saving it for special occasions, and apparently all I had to do was make a video and ask them to send me more, and they sent me more. So it's not on my favorites list, but it's back to being a favorite, and I'm using it every day, and it really does help reduce the appearance of sag on the eyelids. It really tightens it up, and using it every day keeps it tight and has a cumulative effect. I've also been fighting the lines with the Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother and Primer, which just has, you know, a little rollerball application, and I love the ease with which I can just sort of swoop it on my lines and feel like I'm giving the lines themselves a little extra oomph. I've really been enjoying the Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother and Primer. More Amazing Cosmetics. I got a wonderful moisturizing primer. This eliminates the need to use a moisturizer, and I finally got around to getting over my trust issues and using this without a moisturizer, and it works great. So for those of us who are often pressed for time, this is two birds with one stone. You got your moisturizer and your primer right there all in one, and it's anti-aging and line smoothing. Who doesn't love that? You'll be seeing a review of this soon. This is called V2, and it is an oxygen mask, an eye mask that you use just on the eye area, the under eye area, overnight. So it stays on for about 8 hours, and boy, does this really smooth those lines out. It's a bit pricey, so I would call this a special occasion item, but it's worth it for special occasions. When I have a special occasion, I'm going to be putting this on the night before. I'm going to be putting my tight eye on 5 minutes before I do my makeup, clean that off, and then I'll be putting on the Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother and Primer. I am all about tackling those lines right around the eyes because they are getting on my ever-loving nerve. Just in case that wasn't clear. Got this, I think, on the last day of September, but you know, it counts. This is J. Manual Luxe Finishing Powder, and I love it. I just love it. It's expensive, but I love it. Another special occasion item. You're not going to use this on the everyday unless you have a lot more money than I do, but it has a beautiful finish. It really, I put it on over a really horrific foundation, and it smoothed it out and made it look lovely. So when I use it over a nice foundation, it just looks really beautiful. It comes with a lovely brush, and it just really smooths out in the lines around the eyes because it's milled so fine. So very pleased with the J. Manual Luxe Finishing Powder. Physicians Formula Quad that is completely matte. This is Canyon Classics, and you can see how very matte the tones are. I have them on right now. And what I love about this is when I have to travel, this is awesome because this is both my eyebrow color and also my eyeshadow. So I don't have to bring a whole bunch of stuff. I've got it all in one right here, and it's completely matte, so it's not making the crepiness on my eyes look any more crepey than it absolutely has to with all the gazillion things that I'm doing to try to make that crepey go away. I got Earth Brand shoes. You may remember me talking about the Earth Brand sandals I got at the beginning of summer. Well, I got some boots because this year all the fashion magazines are all about low boots. And I liked these because they go with silver hair. I know everybody goes with black. Black is such a standard, but I liked having a gray. That way, even if I'm wearing all black, I can throw on the boots and it sort of ties my head down to my feet. Gives it a little bit of a coordinated look. As you know, I'm a little weird about colors. Hence the reason the flamingo's here to match the roses, because I got roses on a date. That's nice, huh? So, you know, shout out to another well, that was technically an October favorite, but we're gonna say men who bring flowers for dates and open doors for dates. Definitely a favorite and a nice change of pace. But Earth Brand shoes, super comfy. I could wear these all day. I wore these in a short film that I'm working on. You know, so I've got huge hours and uncomfortable conditions, and I love how Earth shoes feel on my feet. If you don't have any ankle boots this season, that is the shoe for the season. Get yourself some edgy, buckly ankle boots in whatever shade you like. I like Earth Brands because they feel good on my feet. Yes, I said feet. Don't judge. Man, that went fast. You know what I'm really loving? And another one of my favorite things again in September is you. A huge shout out and thank you to my subscribers. I passed 10,000 subscribers this month, and the milestone itself is terrific, but I discovered that when you pass 10,000 subscribers, all of a sudden people start sending you free stuff. And that's awesome. I like getting free stuff. You know what the best part about getting free stuff is? Is I now have so many moisturizers that I have to test and review. I have an abundance of them. What am I going to do with them once I've tested them and reviewed them? Some I keep because I love them. Some they send me 2 of, and I just don't have that much space to store it. And it was such a wonderful feeling to be able to gift my mother and my aunts with some really lovely anti-aging moisturizers that are far beyond what she would usually spend on herself. And that is a beautiful feeling, because nothing feels better than giving. Speaking of giving, I've had this for a gazillion years. My best friend Drew gave me what I affectionately call my corn bag, probably 7 or 8 years ago, and I still use it. And I made these for Christmas gifts for my friends last year for Christmas. It is a pillow. So if you don't have strong sewing skills, it's really just 2 squares sewn together. And you fill it with feed corn, which you can get at a place where they sell stuff for livestock, which is not easy to come by when you live in Los Angeles. I had to travel way out to the outskirts in order to find a bag of feed corn in LA. But you put this in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes and it stays hot for several hours. Now the wonderful use for that I've been using it for menstrual cramps for many, many years. Soon as I get those cramps, pop it in the microwave for a few minutes, it goes on my belly, and it makes the cramps go away. But the new thing that I discovered about this, a lot of us work at desks or we're on our phones like this, and I'm always on my laptop like this with my head down in this position, and that's not good for these muscles right here. Well, one night I was really tense and stiff right in here, and so I heated up my corn bag and I pushed my pillow aside and I just laid down in my bed with this right there. And I fell right to sleep. I am a lifetime insomniac. I'm not a good sleeper. It's not a skill that I possess. I now put my corn bag into the microwave every night before bed, knock my pillow aside, and use this right under here. I swear, the hot corn and the steam, it just puts me to sleep every single night. So if you have some tension in here, that is something that you may consider making for yourself. You could also fill it with rice, but I like the weight the corn has, and I think the corn kernels, the feed corn kernels, because those are bigger than popcorn kernels, they hold the heat for a longer period of time. And you can even drop in some like some dried lavender or rosemary to give it a nice scent as well. So that is something to consider for something for yourself or a gift when it comes to Christmas. And I intend to do a video where I discuss some of my top Christmas crafts, because I always make my Christmas gifts. I have not been to a mall at Christmas time in over a decade. What else do I have? Oh, here's a fun thing. A friend of mine sent this to me, somebody that I did theater with back in high school and community theater when we were teenagers, and he sent me this book, UniqueMonique, about a little girl who is searching for her individuality and striving to be unique and not like everybody else. And so I think this is just an absolute delight, and I encourage you to find your own uniqueness and individuality and non-conformity and do what you want to do and please yourself, because by this age you deserve it.
$750 in 4 weeks.
$750 is not going to work for us. That's barely going to cover our costs.
The mere idea of negotiating is uncomfortable to many Americans.
Business today is that too many people are leaving that money on the table.
That is something we could talk about. Deadlock.
Deadlock, yeah. Nice job, guys.
This course covers the nuts and bolts of negotiations. What do you think makes a master negotiator?
Taking this course?
Taking this course. Number one answer on the board. There you go. You just got paid.
There's no way for me to really show you that well, is there? Because if I, let's see, can you see that? I filled it. Really, sequel? You're gonna get on the table while I'm shooting a video? Really? You're gonna stand right in front of the camera? That's a good idea. I know. You're like, Mom never comes in here to shoot videos. What's going on? Do you think you'll let me, do you think you'll let me continue? Really? Do I have to sneeze? If I sneeze, you'll go away. Yeah, that always gets rid of. He's so scared of my sneezes. So I half filled the coffee because that's going to allow me to be a little more aggressive with my stirring. Hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe. I'll wait until the plane goes over. I'm right in the path of Burbank, so we get a lot of plane noise. By the way, if you ever fly into Los Angeles, fly into Burbank. You'll ruin a shot, but it makes your life a lot easier. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. And what are your favorites that you've acquired in the month of September? Drop them down in the comments below. I will talk to you soon.